The best way to punish a rapist is to make him feel the same pain. First, I shaved off his beard. In his panic, I drugged him to make him unconscious. Then, I took away his tools. He never imagined he was violating the daughter of a surgeon.
Una vaginoplastia.
When Vincent woke up, he found his tools were gone. Before he could react, I walked into the room holding a box. I told him the surgery was a success. To avoid his lower body from fusing, he would need to use a dilator every day. To survive, he had no choice but to agree. A month later, Vincent was recovering well. He naively thought it was all over and asked when he could go home. Finally, I told him my true identity. I was the father of the girl he raped. Only then did he regret it deeply. Next, I was going to turn him into a real woman. Facing Vincent's rough skin, I decided to perform a genetic experiment. I extracted animal cells and developed a new type of synthetic skin. After many fitting tests, I successfully implanted the synthetic skin onto Vincent. This skin is not only smooth and delicate, but also resistant to burns at temperatures over 1,000 degrees and has no odor, protecting him from mosquito bites. After solving the skin issue, I told Vincent to wear a tight-fitting corset every day so his body shape would be closer to that of a woman. In his humiliation, Vincent began to have thoughts of escape. While I was helping him with his clothes, he attacked me. He quickly snatched the key from my pocket, hoping to escape. However, he soon realized all of it was in vain. The front door had already been installed with a remote-controlled lock. I pressed the remote and the door was securely locked. Seeing that escape was impossible, Vincent, in despair, slit his own throat with a knife. But what he didn't expect was that not only was my surgical skill unmatched, but so was my ability to save lives. In just a few minutes, I had him revived. After the previous lesson, I locked Vincent in a room, occasionally sending in some skirts, but every time he would tear them up, venting his resentment and hatred towards me. I couldn't watch him all the time, so I hired a trusted maid, asking her to add a small amount of tranquilizer to the food she brought him every day. Under the effects of the drug, Vincent became much more docile. He no longer rejected the makeup I sent him. Seeing his behavior improve, I rewarded him with a television. Every day, he sat in the room, bored, and started practicing yoga, seemingly beginning to accept his changes. But the peaceful days didn't last long. One day, the maid's son Jason came to visit. He claimed to miss his mother and tricked her into opening the door. Not long after, a news report on TV aired about Jason's criminal activities. The maid realized that Jason had come to hide from the police. She planned to kick him out, but Jason discovered Vincent. Seeing Vincent's graceful figure and handsome face, he was instantly captivated. The maid saw through his intentions and warned him with a gun, but she was overpowered by Jason. They struggled, the gun went off, and the sound of the gunshot reached Vincent's ears. He tried to contact the maid via the intercom, but received no response. At that moment, the maid was already bound to a chair by her son. Jason started searching for Vincent, and Vincent, hearing doors opening and closing, began to panic. When Jason finally found his room, he heard an unfamiliar voice and thought he had found a chance to escape. He said the maid's key could open the door.